I saw a story that probably this is a global story now. Saw a story that would probably be of a deep concern to you. I thought of you immediately, Sam. I was worried about you. I thought if Sam sees this story, like he's going to really be having a strugs.
Is this darts related or green related?
It's green related. Of course, obviously, it had to be one of the others. There is nothing more to Sam than he likes darts and he likes weed, and that's it, basically. But, mate, this is the news where of all the places, sorry, just throw an empty bottle to one side. This is the news from all the places. Jamaica is now dealing with a marijuana shortage.
Eh?
I know, right?
That's mad. But in Jamaica, most people just grow their own, like, generally. Well, I say that from the YouTube videos I've seen, like, of, what's his name? Marco's Kitchen, I think his name is, mate. He has his own yard, and he grows all his own green, and he grows all his own food.
Yeah.
So I
couldn't believe it either.
People just grow with themselves. They don't rely on other people for it, like.
Right? Wait till you hear this, though, mate. They've got it so fucking sussed over there. So this is from the Associated Press Media Wire. Kingston, Jamaica. This is the fucking headline. Jamaica is running low on ganja.
Oh, nightmare.
I know. See, while you're all worried about your Dogecoin, and whether or not your fucking your GME stock's going straight to the moon, we got real problems happening in Jamaica, boys. Real problems.
If anyone makes milk from GME, you better help out Jamaica straight away. Get that on the Wall Street subreddit. I fixed Jamaica's weed problem.
Right. Heavy rains, extended heavy rains, followed by an extended drought, have led to an increase in local consumption.
Oh, yeah, been rough.
Raining outside. Yeah, I don't think I'll go out today. I think I'll just stay and get high. That's pretty dry outside. Yep, just going to stay in and get high.
It's too dry to work.
Perfect, like, absolutely perfect. It's led to an increase in local consumption, but a drop in the number of marijuana farmers. This led to a shortage in the island's famed but largely illegal market that experts say is the worst they've seen. It's a cultural embarrassment, said Tristan Thompson, Chief Opportunity Explorer for Takea, a consulting and brokerage firm for the country's nascent legal cannabis industry.
Well, hang on, isn't it mostly that cunt's fault? You've taken all the green and made illegal green to sell somewhere else. You're taking up the green space. If you weren't being so fucking greedy with your green, we wouldn't have a green problem.
If the farmers aren't going to go and plant the ganja and grow the ganja and harvest the ganja,
I don't believe
we are going to run out of ganja. Like,
you know, the real cunts, the real rascals in Jamaica, mate. They all grow their own weed. None of them are struggling, mate. I bet it's all the tourists that start, or maybe that's why, actually. Obviously, tourists go to Jamaica quite a lot. They buy a load of fucking overpriced weed from people who sell in the streets. Maybe that's fucked up the supply chain a bit. Maybe nobody was buying this, so they stopped growing as much, switched to growing more food. No, there's not.
Well, it adds here that they do now have, because it had been illegal for a long, long time. It's why there was like a large, lot of crime syndicates that operated in Jamaica and around weed, because it's like, imagine a country where you have a very prominent religious group and also just the cultural acceptance of consuming a drug, but that drug is also illegal, but it also grows everywhere, and also it's the perfect climate to grow it. It's like, I don't want to say you create your own problems where it's like, right, I think we need to regulate this thing that's fucking everywhere and everyone wants.
Exactly.
It's, the prohibition model in 1920s US should teach you all you need to know about how that pans out. It's completely ridiculous. But anyway, it says here that they've had a regulated medical marijuana industry, and they've now, in 2015, they finally decriminalized possession of weed in small amounts. People caught with 2 ounces or less of cannabis are supposed to pay just a small fine, but there will be no arrest or criminal record. The island allows individuals to cultivate up to 5 plants for personal use, and Rastafarians are just legally allowed to smoke ganja for sacramental purposes. So that's fair enough, actually. Yeah, and 2 ounces. The idea, by the way, of 2 ounces is just being a small amount is pretty funny.
Exactly. Like, oh, mate, I only got 40 G on me, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm just walking around with 56 grams of honking green.
This is just for today, like.
Personal, yeah. This is just Percy, this. Like, what you on about, officer? You mad cunt. Like, 56 grams, not bad. Like. Anyway, it says enforcement is spotty as many tourists and locals continue to just buy marijuana on the street, where it has grown more scarce but also more expensive. The heavy rains and freak weather conditions have pummeled Jamaica's marijuana fields that were then later scorched by the sun and the drought that followed. This caused tens of thousands of dollars in losses, according to the farmers who cultivate pot outside of the legal system. It destroyed everything, said Danielle Bosra, who grows marijuana in the southwest part of Jamaica in a historical village called Akompong, which was founded by escaped 18th century slaves from the Maroon tribe. Worsening the problem were the COVID measures. Is there anything COVID won't get to? It's wrecking your weed now.
Oh, mate, they gave a curfew even to farmers, so the farmers couldn't work in their fields. Mm-hmm. That's mad.
They put a 6 p.m. curfew in Jamaica, so farmers just couldn't go out at night, which is when you want to work in Jamaica, because it's fucking blazing hot. Yeah, it's fucking scorchio, like. So, also as well, it's quite an in-depth report. I learned a lot.
Yeah, fair play. They've gone in on it.
They talk about that, and then they say Wallace estimated he lost more than $18,000 in recent months, and he'd only managed to cultivate just £300.
Oh, no. Only £300 of green, boys.
Jamaica's like, oh, they're loving it, mate. They absolutely love weed. Like, I only managed to cultivate £300 compared with an average of 700 to 800 pounds he would normally produce. Yep. Anyway, this Paul Burke, right?
Burke.
Yeah, Paul Burke, CEO of Jamaica's Ganja Growers and Producers Association. How the fuck do you get that job? I'm the CEO of Green.
Like, deal with that. To work under Paul Burke, like. Yeah. What have we got to do to get that?
He told us in a phone interview that people are no longer afraid of being locked up because the government allows possession of amounts. He said the stigmatization against ganja has diminished and more people are appreciating its therapeutic and medicinal value, especially during the pandemic. Burke also added that some traditional small farmers stopped growing weed in frustration because they can't afford to meet the requirements of the legal market, while police are destroying anything that they consider illegal, which are perfectly good ganja fields. So it's mate.
So I guess you've got to, there's a certain spec your farm has to be up to in order to sell the weed legally or give it to the
mate. You know how it'll be. It'll be a grift like all the other shit.
You have to pay for a license. Yeah.
I lived out in Nevada when this shit went legal, right? And so overnight, 400 fucking dispensaries just pop up to thee like that. And when I looked into it, because I was thinking, if I do end up living out here, I might want to take some of my money and put it in a business. Why not have a weed dispensary? Hire you just run it. You know what you're doing with weed. Yeah. You know your way around that. And so I'll get a dispensary. Mate, it was a 4-year waiting list. Unless you know the right people, unless you're willing to pay this and that.
Farms.
Yeah, fuck that noise. So God only knows what it's like in Jamaica, to be fair, where everyone can grow weed.
Yeah.
So yeah, just sad times in Jamaica. I hope all my Jamaican brothers and sisters are able to get through this torrid time of. It's bad enough when you live in Port Talbot and it's dry.
Exactly. Imagine living in Jamaica. You look around, there's just greenery everywhere. How can there be no green?
Where's the green?